Oh, right. I feel like I need a document or something to keep track of things that I need to improve with this. Because there's a lot of small things. Right now, or recently, I've been modifying this code so that I didn't have to put OpenGL everywhere. So I guess I'll finish doing that really quickly. And then probably make it so it's easier to create new scenes, since that's kind of a huge pain. It's kind of a pain. Yeah, so right now it's failing because of OpenGL circle. And all I really need to do here is replace them all. I think. Null is not defined. I don't think I did anything wrong. Right, so this says I can't have the OpenGL circle. Let me see what happens if I take out the OpenGL prefix. And I do have the same thing. I'm gonna save this. Which also, there needs to be some UI indication when you save. That's pretty silly too. Oh, and also, if you go to lab/whatever, it should just load that specific file. It doesn't do that either. There's so many small things. But this one, I think I did all of those replacements. So it works even though I don't have OpenGL prefixed everywhere. This one, yeah, OpenGL circle. So let's try to fix that. Okay, there are only a few occurrences of that. I don't know what this null is not defined thing is. Oh, it's because the scene selection failed. OpenGL line not defined, same thing. Okay, OpenGL dot. All right, OpenGL tech. Okay, and now it's running again, so I'll save that. Although I think this still has OpenGL math tech, it still has that, and OpenGL Vim object. But what I don't want to import from Manim. I only want to import from manim.opengl. If I can help it. Okay, but that's at least working for that. Let me just... Now I gotta run through all of these and just... I probably need this. Yeah, OpenGL, wait, did it work? Yeah, this looks like it did work. Great. I just looked at that one, and then this. This doesn't do anything new, so that probably works too. Great. I sort of think when you select a scene, it should automatically render it too. Okay, but I'll save that, and that's good. I'm gonna try to get rid of this OpenGL Beam object. Let's see what else there is. The Beam object, camera, and a rectangle 2 and V group. Most of them are math tech. So Why is this? I probably should never be looking into techmobject.py. So this mob class, this is wrong. So numbers.py 175. Here, this mobject is mathTech, and this mathTech is imported twice. It's imported once the OpenGL version, then twice for some reason the non-OpenGL version. Okay. So does this fail if it uses the OpenGL version? Is that the case right now? I guess it must be. Which object is this? Decimal number? It was OpenGL MathTech before. And this was saying it was unused. Wait, are both of these unused? And if both of these are unused, then I should be able to simplify that and the other OpenGL MathTech. Okay. Okay, I'll try reloading that. OpenGL camera's not defined, that's good, although I should have saved it. Okay, replace all of those, try it again. Okay, this seems to be working. Looks like that's working. Let's see if any of them crash. Okay, and that's working too, so that's great. Okay, I think the only thing left is V group. No, rectangle and V group. Rectangle should be really straightforward. Here, OpenGL rectangle isn't used that often. So I'll just rename it there. It's probably imported somewhere. Nope. So I'll just build that. Now if that's redone, try that again. Now hopefully the rectangle will throw an error. Which it does, OpenGL rectangle is not defined. And I'll replace that with regular rectangle, try it again. And now this does work. And the rectangle's here. So the only thing left, I think, is the OpenGL V group. Yeah, and it is. This. Now this is probably used a lot. Hopefully most of the places where it's used, it's going to be renamed. I hope. But I think this is going to take a few rounds before it actually works. Yeah, it's used in a bunch of places. Okay, this uses group and OpenGLV group. Oh, because it like checks the type of the object. Maybe I could just have it called OpenGLV group for this file only. Like I can say import V group as OpenGLV group. And now it can use the OpenGLV group name, although that's not what it's actually called. And maybe that's all I have to do for this one. It's used a lot in TextMobject and TextMobject as well. Some of this is only used in type checking. Okay, I guess I might as well go through all of these. This one doesn't use the regular group, it only uses OpenGLV group, so I should be safe to just rename it to V group. This one uses them both. So I have to do this trick. So that should work for composition. So I did transfer matching parts, did composition, TextMobject. This one doesn't use regular group. So I should be safe to just rename those. And TextMobject doesn't use regular group. Does this even work? If it needs Pango utils, probably doesn't. I'll just make sure I got all of these. So there's a few places where I renamed them. And I think that's it. Oh, I didn't do 3 dimensions. Although I'm pretty sure 3dimensions.py is basically useless. I don't know if any of the stuff here, 1, works, and 2, if it does work, if it's worth using. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be trying. I'll just try a few of these. Looks like this is working. But I didn't even rename the... Did I rename the V group? In this code? No, it's still OpenGL group. So I don't think this is supposed to be working. But it looks like it is, so it's getting the OpenGL group name from somewhere. Oh, you know what it might be? No, I don't think that'll... I think it might have been because I I imported it under the alias in a few places, and maybe that caused it, but I don't think that would do that. Maybe I just didn't load it. I'll try loading it again. And try this one. Okay, now it says it's not defined, which is what I was expecting. And hopefully I can just replace this with regular vgroup. Like so. Okay, and then it'll work. Okay, are there any more of these? Oh, there's vmobject. Why isn't this just inheriting from vgroup though? Don't know if that's making any, if that's doing any good. I'll save it that way. Vmobject. I can try replacing this, but it might get, this is probably used in a lot of places. Yeah. Well, some of them are change logs. But it's overflowing off the screen, so I don't know if it's worth renaming that right now. And besides, I think OpenGL vmobject and OpenGL vgroup are like different names for the same thing anyway. I don't think there's a functional difference between those. Okay, that's good enough for me. And with that, there aren't any more OpenGL variables in this code, which is great. I forgot what changes I even made here. I added the Python icon. I did the font size. And I jankily added in like a law of cosine selection where it probably doesn't belong here. Font scaling. Yeah, I'll just say that. Okay. There's a lot of minor things I need to do. For one thing, a way to add a new scene is pretty important. Because right now, the way I've been adding scenes is by literally just going to the database or whatever and then adding them in the database directly. Which is really dumb. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. At least not this way. What I ought to do is have a button in the corner here so that I can click that and it'll create a new one. That's what I should be doing. Also, a way to create GIFs would be really nice. But I'm not sure how doable that is. But I guess I can work on that afterward. But here in the selection page, I need to add like an addition button. So I guess right... If I just here... Man, I wish I could type faster. If I put this here and I did like... Maybe give it a class. I'll put add button. And I go to the styles for this. I don't know if I necessarily need the styles for this, but I'll give it display. I think fixed is what I need. Maybe. Or is it absolute or something? Yeah, now it's there. I think fixed is for like scrolling. I should learn to use my window manager as well. Oh, it's position fixed, so I had it really wrong. Static is the default relative, is position relative to where it normally is. Fixed is position relative to the viewport. Is that what I want? Even if the page is scrolled, that's not what I want, I think. Absolute is what I think I want. If I give this position absolute and give it like bottom, and I'll just do 40 pixels or something. If I can type. And right 40 pixels. I feel like someone's running a blender above me or something. Okay, so now it's in this corner, which is what I was looking for. Now this might be a property of the Wave UI button by default. It's fixed, then it has left, right, up, and down. So I can put W button, and this will be a close the W button, and to do this. And I want a plus, which means that'll have to be imported. And that is no longer in the corner. I guess I have to use the properties of the button. So like fixed left equals, I'll do 50 pixels, not left, right. And bottom equals like 50 pixels. And it's still there. Why? Fixed. I passed that. Left. Place the button at the left of the screen when the fixed prop is set to true. Or at the left of its container. Oh, it's a Boolean. That's weird. I still think this needs to be reloaded or something. Okay, so now it's at the bottom. I wonder if I could... Is there a way to... I don't want it that far in the bottom. I want it like some padding. I guess this is just what it wants by default. Left, right, bottom. These are all at zeros. So here's the button. Has position fixed. Can't find anything on its left, right, or bottom. Maybe I should just make it bigger and that's it. If this is the way the library does it. Well, I could make it larger. If I just give this an XL property. And that didn't do anything at all. Now that made it a little bigger. Just a tiny bit. Any case, I want that to be round. Man, this can't live update at all. For some reason. God, it's not really round again. It's doing this elongated thing. Am I able to, like, adjust its height? There. That's basically what I wanted to do. But why can't I do that in a cleaner way than that? Like, what's the width of this thing? I guess it doesn't have that set. Maybe I'll just set its height and be done with it. It does have a width property. And has a height property. So I can see what I'm give it like height equals 64 pixels. I think that made it 60 by 30. Should this be a number? A number or a string? Can't tell if it worked or not. Oh, it did work. Now it's 60 by 62. Wait, no. Because I put in 64. So why would it be 60 by 62? Or 62 by 64? It must be including the padding or something. But anyway, if I want this to be round, I guess I have to do this by myself. Just have both of those. Anyway, with that, I can give a click action to actually create a new scene. Great, that's perfect. So now this is here, and it doesn't do anything. I feel like my autocomplete is trying to annoy me. Like if I hit tab once, Vim configuration. Like if I hit tab once, it'll tab, and if I do it again, it'll start auto-completing. Anyway, I'll call this like create new. I guess it's not a scene, it'd be like a new file. But it's not really a new file either. I'll call it project. Or presentation? I'll call it a project. Project here. Anyway, when I click that, I'll have to do some sort of pop-up just saying like, what do you want to call it? Just saying, what do you want to call it? And then, and then create one of these. I was thinking of, I guess there's no reason the name of the project has to be the same as the name of the... So far, all of the names of the file is the same as the name of the project, but a project can have multiple files. It'll have to eventually, when I want to factor things out into libraries, like this triangle class. But right now, I don't think it recognizes that distinction. But for now, I'll just pop up with an overlay. And my internet might have gone out. Why can't I even play the dinosaur game? And then it just came back. I wonder if I dropped frames. Guess not. Anyway, this has like some sort of an overlay. Yeah. If I can do this, I can create an overlay saying like, what do you want to call it? And then after you input that, it'll hopefully do it. So I have to see how this works. Where is it? Overlay v model equals whatever. Okay, so you wrap the element in the overlay. What is the v model? It must just be true or false based on whether it's open or not. Persistent no animation. Okay, so persistent means you can click somewhere else and it'll cancel. Or not persistent. Oh, then you can disable the like animation to grab attention. Great. Okay, so W overlay. V model. I don't know if I need the V model to know if it's open or not. I don't think so. So this has the view. This has the button. Oh, this is what appears. So I don't want to wrap this in the W overlay. I want to have another thing. And this will appear based on a Boolean. And it's going to be, I guess, yeah, this is show overlay. Like so. Which of these buttons toggles the overlay? It can only be this one. At click, show overlay equals true. Now it, there. Great, so now when I click this, the overlay should appear. I think it won't even do anything. I'll just put hi. Show overlay is not defined, which is true. I just set that to false by default. Okay. So that works now. Currently it's this button. I want some way to receive input. I think this has something for like forms. Under form elements. So I just need that and then a button. W input. I guess it'll need some sort of model value. Model value. What does that mean? You have it outlined and stuff. Label equals outline. So I have this, the input. This will be like project name. And then... Oh wait, this is just empty. That's where I should have project name. Yeah, but I need the background or something. I think I just put this on top of a W card. I'm lucky. Why is it gray though? That's weird. Value the text content of the field. Yeah, sure. And this gets updated too. So that's good. It has a BG color. But I think it needs to be a card. I don't know if it makes sense for this just to be white. Yeah, not really. I have to change the card. No title and no border. This is probably what I want. No, like maybe I gotta do with the border, as long as there's no banner. No, this one's white. Hopefully. Okay, that looks like it makes more sense. I can make this a little larger. And there, you can put actions on the bottom. Interesting. Doesn't have a height though, which is weird. Can I give it a height? wcard.white. Guess it can get taller. I'll try just putting it here, like a style. Then a height like, I don't know, 70 pixels. And it got even smaller. I guess 70 pixels was shorter than I thought. Do 150 and then I don't know, 100. Well, it should be wider than it. Okay, 200. Yeah. Let me see if I can just update this on my own. It's like 150 by 350 looks decent. Yeah, sure. I can have this, and then I want actions. It's just as a spacer. Then like these two. I guess actions just give a like a place where it's supposed to appear. Template hash actions. And I'll close that here. And I'll actually just do the same thing this has. Great. I'll just make this the purple color because everything's that color. Great, then I just need to move this down. And it probably also needs to be bigger. I don't even know how to move that down. Maybe I need a title on the card. I'll just say new project. Yeah, fine. Then it has this, and then it has create. So that, and you can cancel here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe the font size should be bigger. This is like a title font. If I look at the typography, is this title 1? It is. So I'll make this a title 2. Oh no, that's chosen by default. Okay, whatever. And one thing, I'm gonna make both of these bigger. Maybe just twice as big. Okay, then that looks pretty awkwardly like pushed up. This container, the content, am I able to style this? There's a content class. I'll just call this project content or something like that. And then maybe I can just do a display flex. Flex direction will have to be column. And then justify content center. I feel like that would be way too easy. Yeah, it kind of works. It looks like a little spacious, but then again, there's not that much that needs to be here. Maybe it just doesn't need to be so tall. Yeah, I can just have this. And this should be disabled if the thing is empty. Okay, that'll be fine. Here's the button. I need something to hold the value of the input. Validators. The input is wrapped in a W form. Nah, I'm not gonna try doing that. Show overlay, or call it project overlay. Or new project overlay. Okay, so that makes sense. Then I'll have the value of it. Project name. That'll be the value of this input. Okay, so I think that'll do what I want. I can have this be disabled. So this dot length is 0. Okay. Broke something, I think. Did I? Show new project overlay. I think I have to rerun this. And did my internet crap out? Okay, try that one more time. Still not doing it. I must have done something wrong. This, show new project overlay. Oh, because the button. Okay, now I should probably have to start it over after that. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I can't update it either. I wonder how I'm supposed to update the value. Colors, position, custom label, types. Label position loading max disable. Like, I'm sure that the label content emitted each time the text input changes. Maybe I have to hook into this event. Value. It has value and it has model. So this emitted each time the input text changes. Updates the V model in view 3 only. So I guess this needs to be a V model. Now I can put one character. Okay, so now I guess that works. What if I put testing here and then close this? Okay, it disappears. Which is okay. But why is the disabled? It looks like this, the button isn't updating, even when the model updates. Update colon model value. I guess I don't know where this is being stored if it's not in the new project name. The text content of the input field gets updated on text input. Maybe... if I put value here. Then it doesn't update at all. What's the difference between the model and the value? This is annoying. I don't know if I have an example where they update the... where they read the input from the form. Looks like they don't. That's super annoying. Input emitted each time that input text changes. But it doesn't update the V model. And this gives the new text input value. Okay, maybe what I need to do... update colon model value. This says it updates the V model. Okay. I'm gonna need to find some watch code. Which I apparently can't find here. Import watch from view. On this new project name. I'll just print this, an arrow. That would be the new value. Whenever this updates, I don't know if watch is here. Of course it's not. Okay, so that is not fired at all, or not updated at all. So maybe I need to hook into this. Model value, and this can set it's called with a new value, so I can say new project name. I'll just say val. Okay, so that should work if I update this. Actually, an easier way is just giving this the console and letting it console log. Okay, so that is being called. It isn't updating the model. So maybe if I say this, isn't this what I was saying before? And now new project name isn't being updated. Why? I guess you're not supposed to do any sort of feedback type thing with this. It says it updates the V model though. And this doesn't have any information on what the model does. Okay, I guess I have to hack this. New project. It's crazy that that doesn't save it. Or that that doesn't overwrite it. Let's see what this does. If I do this. Update it and then print it. Okay, so now it's saying new project name is being updated. Do I have to say like... This makes no sense. Maybe I do have to use value. It gets updated on text input. This has to be a function. If I just print out the value, or not the value, but the model, I guess. No, it says the value. Nope, that value is not changing. Only if I put value there will it change. But it won't change under the watched for some reason. I have to see what happens if I put model. Then that doesn't change at all. Yeah, okay. This makes no sense to me. So next, I'm gonna try... I know, I have to do this. And then when I click this... I'll try logging the value. Oh my god, click button, please. Or autocomplete. Okay, then I can open this up. Just put something. Oh, I guess I closed it. This thing is terrible. I guess it's working. But I genuinely cannot figure out how to use this input thing. Maybe I do have to put this in a form. The W form component is for validation. W input. Wrap the field in a W form and add a submit button. Well, then where do you get the value from? Label equals first name. Validators are required. This is going to tell me how to read the value. The model equals valid. And has this list of validators, which is just a Boolean. It just has to be required is all. Read only and stuff. It is really disappointing that this is this hard to use. Because this value isn't getting updated on the text input. It's like it doesn't get updated no matter what. Maybe it needs a restart, but I don't think so. No, that value has to be updated. Model value in view 3. Is that the problem the whole time? Maybe it's still not updating. Like this watch isn't triggering. Nope, that doesn't do it. The text content of the field. This is just not correct. It isn't updated on text input. Maybe I can update it on my own on text input. It says here that it doesn't update the model value. But then this says it updates the V model value in view 3. Updates the V model value in view 3 only. And this one updates the V model value in view 2 only. So maybe I have to hook into this. Update colon model value. And then this writes to new project name. And this, when I log the new project name, that it had to update its string, which is good. No, I wasn't trying to do that. Project name. Okay, this looks a lot better. So maybe I can just here try to create the new project, but I don't see why this watch isn't triggering. That's really weird. That is strange to me. If I change this to say create new project, and this logs new project name. Okay, so I can do it here. Okay. Then the question is, I guess first I have to make sure that it's not something that already exists. Although maybe I can just skip that check and just put it to do or something. Fine. But then assuming that it doesn't, then it's going to have to make a request to basically write to the database. It's gonna write under code whatever, and then the project name, it'll have to have some default code. The only time I really write is when I save. So here, get code ref. I feel like this get code ref is doing too much. Landing. Where's this even getting props? Or get code ref. Oh, from app. App is containing landing? Wait, no way. Oh, the app can. Wait. No, where's get code ref defined? Or I guess passed into the app. From landing. So it's here. It uses code UID and then the present data.name. Okay, sure. Maybe I need like get user. Well, everything's under code. It's like code and then a bunch of users. I guess I could switch the present data and then do this. That wouldn't really hurt anything, it'd just be kind of a weird thing to do. But anyway. I'm gonna try not to do like way too much here. Get the Firebase database. Get the user. And try to get the UID. And I guess this create new thing, it can just not appear if you're not logged in, or it can be disabled, I guess. Yeah, I wish I could move this a little bit. Maybe I could give it margin or something. Maybe. I wonder if I should just do this in the landing. Would that make more sense? Maybe it would. Let's have a function. Create new project. And eventually I have to take the name of that project. then it already has this database, so it can get the user. And here, you can fill in the new project name. And here it's going to have to write some default code. Oh yeah, this can just emit. Do an emit of create new project, and then that name. And I guess I wish I could have some sort of callback, but I wanted to update. I wanted to update the UI after it finishes that write. And I don't know if there's a way to do that. Is there? Maybe once this finishes, I can just have it navigate to the code screen or whatever. But for now, I'll have this in a separate function, I guess. So this, the selection, can emit the create new project. Okay, let me see if that even does what it's supposed to do. Create new project was accessed during render. What? But it's not defined on the instance at landing. Oh, I have to return it here. What? Child failed. The path was an invalid path. Code slash whatever slash object object. Yeah, that should have value. Okay, anyway, that's what I want to do. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna emit this straight from the template. I think that'll work. I guess I'll see if it'll work right now. Okay, that worked. Which means I don't need to do any of that. So now I have that ref. And what I'm going to want to put there is a default file. Okay, so let me make this an async function. I'm going to do await this. There's have to be some default code. Like new project template. And then it's gonna have to go to like the app. There already a go to present. There is. But it's gonna have to update the present data. And then I think all I have to do is push this, yeah, just push this. Do like go to lab. So like go to lab. And it'll have like whatever this default scene contains. As for what the default scene should be, that was weird. This one probably doesn't work anymore. This one I think does work. That one I think works too. Okay, I'll just have example 3 here. Such a dragged object. Oh, this is dragging. Interesting. Maybe I'll use example 6. Yeah, I'll just use example 6, I guess. Then I'll go to lab with example. Import example 6. Manim scene. I'll do .js. Okay, hopefully now, oh, this should be regular ref. I should be able to await that ref.set, then it's called go to lab with a. Wait, this won't work on its own, I don't think. This needs the name and the scene, I think. Present data. Where is the present data? It has a name and a scene. It should be a project and a scene is what it should be. Maybe a project and a file or something like that. But I guess name is like the name of the project right now. So I have to say present data dot name equals the new project name. Then go to lab with the example. Yeah, might as well just set the scene equals example string. Yeah, maybe I don't even need to call this function. Maybe I'll just push this, do that on my own. Okay. Ah, so close. That would have been like the most complex operation that worked all at once in the history of programming. Okay. Well, it's not letting me drag. So that's unfortunate. And why? I should be doing move 2. I think saving this is safe. But I have no idea why this isn't. Self.dragged object. Okay. Is on mouse drag not working? On mouse drag isn't even being called. Oh, I think it's only on mouse move. I don't know if there's still an on mouse drag. Because on mouse drag isn't a JavaScript event. So I have to do move. And then on up, it's going to release the dragged object. So maybe this will work. Cool. Oh, but I don't have a way to delete, whatever's scenes. Guess I'll deal with that later. Oh, and this is not orthographic. Okay, that's doing what it's supposed to do. So now if I go back... Oh, it's not here. Okay, so I need to wait that... When I go to the selection, it should pull the list of scenes from the database. That shouldn't be hard-coded. The way that it is right now. It's way too big. I mean, normally it was 1. Maybe I do just want it at 1. But I want the example code to have this by default. So not importing from Manim. Oh man, the live updating. Okay. Mouse down on mouse move. Okay, I think this is what I want. Dang, I need it to have, I need so that you can refresh on the lab and it'll just, it'll go back to the scene you were on before. But okay. So dumb name. Can't so. Oh, this should be renderer, not camera. Okay, so now I can just do this by default. So that's pretty cool. Thank goodness. So now I'm gonna need a way to delete them, I guess. But then there's gotta be a difference between... Okay, first of all, it should use an API call to get these. And there should be a way to delete your scenes, but only the ones that like you created, I guess. Guess I would come right here. I'll have to say, like, does this project already exist? I don't want to do that right now. Here, selection. This is where I'm gonna see this. Scenes.value. This I need like unmounted, I guess. Wait. I don't need unmounted. I can just query this, I think. Do like code your user or whatever. Web. This value events, not trying to do that. with get. Snapshot.exists, and then I'll see, and I can check that. I'm trying to use a listener. If you only need the data once, the client will probe the local storage cache. Okay. I need like a user ref. It's a get code ref. This, just get code/UID. And here I can say this. Yeah, this is only if they're logged in. So if user is null, yeah, I should just return the public one. Okay, I'm gonna say that since my camera decided to take a break, I'm going to take a break as well. So I'm going to call it there.